Yo, just before we start the video, I just want to let you guys know I am giving away Devour fans and sound katanas inside of my Discord server. All you guys gotta do to be eligible to win the giveaway is drop a sub to the channel and go ahead and join the Discord server and enter up the giveaway. You will not be able to claim if you're not subscribed, so make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and then join the Discord. Anyway, I wish you guys all the best of luck, and let's get right into the video. Alright, so basically I'm going to be doing a tier list for all the BDAs inside of Project Slayers. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, that's it for this intro. Let's get right into the tier list. I don't want to waste that much time. Yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, boom, so we're right here on tier list maker, and basically we're going to be going over all of the different BDAs and putting them into a tier. If you guys know how a tier list works, basically S is the highest tier, which means it's the best of the best. A is just a little bit worse, B, C, and then D, and so on. It just goes down and down. So yeah, let's get right into this. We're going to be ranking all of these BDAs, and yeah, make sure to drop a like on the video. Let's get right into it. Alright, so first we're starting off with the Arrow BDA. By the way, this is only text, so I don't really have images. If that bothers you guys, then please let me know. I'll make an updated version, but for now all I have is the text. But anyway, for the Arrow BDA, it's very mid. I've never seen anyone even use Arrow BDA. Honestly, BDAs are not really rare, so if you don't get a good one like Dream, Ice, Reaper, Shockwave, or Swamp, I wouldn't even recommend using BDAs at all. I would just recommend becoming a Slayer, because the other ones are kind of trash and they need to be balanced out and buffed. But for now, the Arrow BDA is pretty mid. I don't really see anyone using it. That's why it's going to go ahead and be placed into C tier. Next, we have one that I've never even seen ever. Like for Arrow, I've seen a few people use it. For this one, I've never seen anyone use it. Bloodburst is pretty terrible. It's pretty mid as well. The only good move on it is like that one landmine move, I guess, that does a lot of AoE damage, but the rest of the moves are just terrible. And Ice, Reaper, Shockwave, Swamp, and Dream are better, and I would even argue Tamari and Arrow are better. That's why, in my opinion, Bloodburst will go into C, but at the bottom of C tier. I don't really think any of these are D tier, because if it's that bad, then the game really needs to be balanced. But C tier is still pretty bad. Alright, now finally we are getting into the good stuff. We have Dream. Dream is actually a pretty good BDA. I actually did test it out once. I didn't really max out the mastery at all. I got it up to like 20 mastery, then I spun back for my Reaper. But basically, Dream BDA is actually pretty solid. It does have a lot of AoE, so it's pretty good for dungeons. I do think there are a few that are better than it, but in my opinion, Dream is still very solid, and it is actually rockable. So if you guys rock Dream, then that's just a very big W. There is some that are better, because the BDAs are really unbalanced in my opinion currently. But yeah, Dream's definitely gonna go into A tier. It is a pretty solid BDA. Okay, so the BDA we have next is actually the Ice BDA. In my opinion, this is the best BDA in the game by far. Basically, all the moves on it are very high AoE and high damaging moves. The ultimate on this move is by far the best ultimate out of any of these, and it's just all around a really great BDA to use. It's very great for dungeons, very great for bosses, very great for everything basically. So yeah, I would definitely recommend using Ice BDA if you haven't tried it out already. It is kind of basic. Everyone has it because obviously BDAs don't really have a rarity. They're all the same rarity, so it's pretty easy to get it. But yeah, Ice BDA is definitely very good, and I'll definitely recommend going for it. It is a little bit basic though, so if you want to stand out, then I would not recommend using it. But yeah, for everything else, it is actually a very solid BDA, so that's going to go into S tier. Alright, so next we actually have the Reaper BDA, and in my opinion, this is the second best BDA on this list. I actually do use Reaper BDA myself. I almost have the mastery maxed out, and yeah, in my opinion, it's just a very great BDA. All the moves are great on it. The only thing that I think is a little bit mid is the ultimate compared to the other ones. The ultimate move is still pretty solid. The dash is pretty good for mobility and running away, and even running it towards bosses, getting them in corners. But other than that, it's just very mid compared to especially Ice, Swamp, and Dream. So yeah, in my opinion, the Reaper BDA is going to go into S tier as the second best in my opinion. All the other moves, like even the Z move, the C move, the V move, all those moves are actually very insane on the Reaper. So I definitely recommend trying it out, and I do main this one, so I'm a little bit biased. But yeah, it's going to go into S tier. I've never even used Shockwave, but I did grind a little bit with someone that does use Shockwave. And basically, Shockwave is actually pretty good, but it is not good for dungeons because the AoE is very terrible. So in my opinion, I would not rock Shockwave if you do want to go for dungeons. But for boss fights, it is actually really good. It's really good for hitting single opponents. So for soloing bosses, I feel like it's one of the best. But if you are a dungeon grinder, then do not go for Shockwave. And that's basically what I have to say about it. It is still very solid. It's going to go top of A tier. Now, at the time of recording, there's only 8 BDAs inside of the game. So we only have 2 more left. So this is going to be kind of short. But anyway, the Swamp BDA is one of my favorite BDAs inside of the game. It has a lot of AoE damage, and in my opinion, it could be better than Reaper if I did use it more, but it's just not in my opinion. It's still going to go into S tier for me because of the AoE is very insane, and also the damage on those AoE moves are pretty crazy too. It's just Ice is just better right now, honestly. If you're not rocking Ice or Reaper or Swamp, you're not with the meta in my opinion. And in my opinion, Ice is just too basic. That's why I went with the Reaper. So in my opinion, my second best option would be Swamp after Reaper, and then Ice is also the top option if you want to be with the meta. But for me, I just want to be a little bit more unique. So Swamp is going to go into S tier below Reaper just because I'm a little bit biased towards Reaper. You could very well argue that Swamp is better than Reaper, but for me, Reaper is better. So I'm going to put it into S tier but below Reaper. So next up we have Tamari. This one is actually usable and it's actually very unique, and I actually do respect you if you use it. You found a way to make the game unique while also still being viable and usable. So in my opinion, Tamari is going to go into B tier. I really don't see anyone that much using it, but the people that do use it, I respect them. They're all good players that use it, and they all get it done and make it work. I do feel like they would be better if they use one of the S tier ones or even the A tier ones, but in my opinion, Tamari is still pretty solid and it is usable. C tier is just unusable in this meta. B tier is usable. A tier is actually solid, and the S tier is actually the current meta, like what you should be using. And in my opinion, Tamari does go into B tier. And that's basically it. That is my list. That is my tier list for all the BDAs inside of Project Slayers. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, join my Discord server, link in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.